Okay, so 6.4, we are going to be finding the slope and y-intercept of a graph. So we're just looking for those two specific things. Slope, slope, and y-intercept. So what I want you all to do right now, we have only examples for today. There's a little bit of writing, but not much, but mostly examples. I want you to take this equation, y equals 3x minus 2, and fill out the table just like you did on last night's homework. Okay, so fill out the table like you did on last night's homework and graph the line that comes out of it. So you guys should have finished filling out the chart. I'm going to fill it out really quickly. Remember, we just take the number and plug it in for x. So this is going to be 3 times negative 2 minus 2. What's 3 times negative 2?
6.
Negative 6. And negative 6 minus 2 gives me negative 8. So our point is negative 2, negative 8. So I want you to graph that. So negative 2, 1, 2. Negative 8 would be here.
What is negative 8? 6. Minus 2.
Next one, this would be 3 times negative 1 minus 2. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Minus 2 is negative 5. So our point would be negative 1, negative 5. Oops, let me write that better. Okay, so that's going to end up being negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. Yep. Plug in 0. 3 times 0 minus 2. What's 3 times 0? 0. 0 minus 2? Negative 2. So this is 0, negative 2. So 0, negative 2. 1, 2. They should be making a straight line. Is it starting to make a straight line?
Somewhat.
It's a straight line. Okay, last one. 3 times 1 minus 2. What's 3 times 1? 3 minus 2. 1. So the point is 1, 1. We love that point, don't we?
Yep.
It's so easy to graph. Okay, so that makes a straight line. So what are we going to do? We are going to draw a straight line through it. Make sure you include what? Arrows. Close. There we go. So you need to make sure that you include your arrows because lines go on for ever. Forever and ever and ever. Okay, so here's what I want you to notice. Let's answer a couple questions. Where does the line cross the y-axis, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, write the question down. Where does the line cross the y-axis? Here's your y-intercept. What point is that? Negative 2. What is the slope of the line? So what we're going to do to find the slope of the line is, we're going to pick 2 points. So why don't we pick, let me erase this. Why don't we pick the blue line, or the blue point and the purple point? Are you guys okay with that? Okay, so looking at the blue line, I count up and down first or right to left? Up and down. So how many spaces up do I have to go? 3. How many spaces to the right? 1. So my slope is 3 over 1, which is the same as 3.
3.
Okay? So take a look. My y-intercept is negative 2. Now look at the equation. Do you see negative 2 anywhere? Yeah. Right there. Do you see, my slope is 3. Do you see 3 anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
Is that how we
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's how we're going to graph the line. So we don't have to use the table anymore. Okay? So whenever you have an equation that's written in that way, we call it slope-intercept form. It looks like this. Y equals mx plus b. So y is by itself, and x is on the other side. M is your slope. B is your y-intercept. Okay? So M is your slope. B is your y-intercept. So remember how I told you guys that we were going to have 3 methods of graphing? We have the table, which we did yesterday. We have x and y intercepts, which we also did yesterday. And then today is slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. So how do I graph using this? First, you are going to plot the y-intercept. So the nice thing about slope-intercept form, when it looks like y equals mx plus b, is that there's no real math involved. It's all just plotting straight from the equation. So you're going to take the y-intercept, which is b, the number that's being added to the end. You're going to count the rise and run, so your slope, and plot a second point. Now, counting the rise and run, you are starting from the first point, not from 0. So from the first point, not 0. A couple of people always forget and plot from 0. So you're going to plot the y-intercept, count the rise and run, then you're going to plot a second point and connect the 2 points with a line. All right, so example 2. Your equation is y equals 2x minus 1.
It's like the clock.
Draw the graph, and we're going to graph this. All right, first step. So if we go back to your steps, the first step was to plot the y-intercept. So we need to figure out what the y-intercept is. 2x minus 1. Which one is the y-intercept? Do you guys remember? Negative 1. It's that b. So the number that's being added or subtracted to the end. So b is equal to negative 1. So since that is the y-intercept, you're going to plot the point at negative 1. So you're going to go down 1 and plot that point. It's always the y-intercept, so it's always going to be either up or down, okay? So if my y-intercept is negative 1, what is my slope? 2. Okay, so your slope is 2. The x does not count as part of it. Your slope is just 2. That's the same as 2 over what?
1.
2 over 1. So sometimes I rewrite it as 2 over 1 because that makes it easier for me to look at the rise and the run. Which one is the rise? 2. Remember, slope is rise over run. So 2 is your rise. So your run is 1. So how do we do this? You're going to put your pencil on the point you already plotted. Not on 0, 0. On the one you already plotted. My rise is 2, so you're going to go up 1, 2 spaces. But am I done counting? No. So you do not put a point there. And my run is positive 1, so it's going to go right 1 space. So you're going to put a point here. Up 2, right 1. 2 points is enough to draw a line, so you can go ahead and draw your arrow through those 2 points. That's not a very straight line, but you get the idea. There. Better. Okay? And that's it.